Hey guys, Magic FU back with you, and today is going to be the part 2. In part 1 we cold and dark started the 737-800 Zibo mod in Xplane 11.30 beta 4 version. And today what we're going to be doing is departing from Dubrovnik International Airport and doing climb. So departure climb and half a cruise. As you can see here, we have weather right in front of us. That should not be an issue due to us going to be clearing that. So what we're gonna do now is everything here is perfectly set up for departure. It is literally what we have left before before the end of the last video, and there we are. So let's just go back into the cockpit and we can straight off go. So yeah, we can see lightning in front of us. Oh, that is the LED. Yep, no, that was the lightnings. So what we can do is apply 40% throttle. Sorry about that. And we have all greens, all everything is green, so we can release the parking brake. And apply full throttle. First power set.
$80 knots.
Cross check continuing.
V1, rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
Gear can come up.
$400.
Now usually people will turn on autopilot. What I like to do is just get a little bit more clearance and then make a right turn. And we'll put the flaps up.
1,000.
1000. Continue right turn. So yeah, we're having pretty nasty weather conditions right now. And we're gonna have to lower the throttle, the nose a little bit because we're losing speed. And this should be just fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on LNAV, level change, and autopilot and auto throttle set to, and then I'll quickly go into the FMC, press this and just paste into itself another time, like that. So now we have a magenta line which the aircraft's going to follow. That's going to be all good now. And we'll chuck that to 240. I like to do 245 because the speed restrictions under 10,000 feet are usually 250 knots. We can turn the wheel well off. Like it could still come stay on for fashion. Oh, and what I forgot to say is due to the weather conditions, I have chosen to amend the flight level of 260 as I cruise and put flight level 210 just to make it easier. So yeah, we're currently passing the Croatia's coast. Nothing to see really, except if I do it like this. Yeah, that's Croatia's coast right there. There's the airport down there. Beautiful place, eh? So if we go down, we're currently at the airport, and hold up, and we are right about there in our 737. So we'll just go back into the cockpit. We're coming up to 6,000 feet. We can turn auto brakes to off now since we have taken off. So usually air traffic ATC will now tell us to further our climb to probably have cruising altitude, which will be 210 as I have just said. And once we reach 10,000 feet, we can just turn our wipers off now because we are flying. So we'll just zoom out, see if any weather. So yep, there's weather right behind us, or to our right side. We have a 28 knot gust tailwind coming from 170. And as we come up to 10,000 feet, we'll be turning our landing lights off and our wing light on. Wing light is right here. Our engine anti-thrusters are still on due to, like as I said, rain and clouds. So now as we pass, yep. So also what I will just say that after I turn the lights off. And our passenger signs should be on auto. And we can turn the wing lights off. Okay, so what I wanted to say is, I will just remove this. What I wanted to say is, so here as you can see we have this orange 29.92. So what this is this is a QNH, so the air pressure. So different airports have obviously different air pressures, giving them like, giving the aircraft a sense of a different altitude. So what is happening right now, the above 10,000 feet standard QNH all around the world is 2992 or 1013 in hectopascals. If you're at a different airport, when you're passing 10,000 feet, you switch to the standard QNH. But if you're descending, then the air traffic controller will give you the QNH for the airport that you're landing at. So what I'll do now is I will fast forward this until we reach our cruising altitude of flight level 210. And before I do that, I also wanted to mention after 10,000 feet there are no speed restrictions, so we can throttle up to 330 knots.
I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own.
1,000 to go.
Alright guys, I'm back with you and we're coming up to flight level 210, which is going to be our cruising altitude. And as you're going to see, as we approach it, the vertical speed button will disappear, and shortly after the out hold button will illuminate, which means that we're currently holding altitude at flight level 210. So that should happen. Yep, so now that has disappeared and the out hold button will, yep, here we go. So now pretty much the aircraft is going to be holding its altitude. What I'm going to go on to here now, go to checklist of procedures, go to climb and cruise. Everything here is passenger sign, transition altitude, altimeter set, altimeter cross check before and top of descent, mode for arrival, and on up V for arrival. That is all good. And we will do the descent one in the part 3 video. What I will talk about now is when do we know when to descend? How do we know how long it's going to take us and everything? So, looking at a route here, we have 172 nautical miles to the next waypoint, which is Argham, right? And at Argham, we have to be at 8,200 feet and at 240 knots of speed. So what that means is, by the time we hit Argham, we have to be at 8,200 feet. We're obviously not going to start descending now because we would need a really small descent rate at like 100 feet per minute, negative 100 feet per minute, but that would be just way too slow. So what we're going to do is, at around 60, what I usually do is around 50 to 60 nautical miles before reaching the waypoint, I would start to descend. So what we're going to do is 60 or 50 nautical miles. I think I'm going to do around 55, which is middle. I will change my altitude to 8,000 feet and put my vertical speed to negative 1,000. That was going to make it comfortable for the passengers, and we should hit Argent at 8,200 feet, we're going to see a green half circle illuminate where we're going to reach that altitude. But that's all in the next video about descent and arrival into Zagreb International Airport. Thank you guys for joining me today, and I hope to see you in part 2 if you like the video. Sorry, part 3. If you like the video, please hit that like and subscribe button. And yeah, thank you.